Hello there everyone, it's Austin with another Minecraft tutorial. We're going to be building this awesome survival base you see right behind me. It's made to be great for survival, and as always, I'm going to be incorporating an underutilized block to help make this house pop a little bit more. Anyways, let's get this build started and do it block by block. Alright, so here's the block palette real quick. These are going to be the basic blocks we're going to be using for the outside of the house. We're going to be using spruce, jungle wood, some red nether brick, grass, some plants, all this stuff. So make sure you have these materials before we get started on this build. Alright, and here we go with the dimensions for the house. Where you see all of these spruce logs, you're going to be building up the pillars of the house pretty much, except for these 4 in the front right here you'll see on each side. Those are just placeholders right now. But pretty much, this is going to be for the front squares right here, like the one that my shadow's in the middle of right now, is going to be like a 7 by 7, and then the ones in the back are going to be a 9 by 9. We're going to end up building up basically 2 houses on each side here that are going to be connected in the middle by a pathway. But let's just start off by building this up. So what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to build these 2 up to 2 blocks high, and then we're going to connect them across with these spruce logs. And then in the back here, we're going to build this up 3 high and then connect them over. And that's because the house in the back is actually going to be raised up 1 block to the other one on both sides. So we're only going to be building up one side right now because they're going to be identical on the outside. So we got to build this up 2 blocks as well and then connect this all the way over. And then once we do that, we're just going to be connecting this entire thing all together. So if you remember what I was saying about the front being 7 blocks high, we're going to be building this up 5 blocks here. So 4, 5, same over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're just going to connect this across. And now we're going to move on to the back, and this one is going to be 9 high as you recall, and it's already 3. So we're going to add 6 more blocks, and we're going to do that on all 4 corners and connect them all together. So let's just count this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just the same process from there. So now you may be noticing that right here these blocks are kind of just floating in space, but these walls are going to be closed off right here with these jungle planks, so you won't really be noticing it just floating in space once we build this up. I'm just going to do this right now so you get an idea of what's going on. And we're also just going to be closing this wall off underneath these logs with the jungle planks. And we're going to do the same thing on the front side over here. So now what I think I'm going to work on next is actually just going to be building up the roof a bit, and then we'll work on the walls of the house. So for the roof, we're going to be using this red nether brick stair, and this is just going to be the outside perimeter of the place. So what you're going to want to do is just build it up 1 block in front, and then we're going to do the simple step of just going upside down, right side up stair, and you're going to want to go over 3 blocks, and then it should just meet up in the middle, if I can get the stair to go the correct way. And so this roof is basically going to be the same thing on the 9 block high, but they aren't going to be quite lined up. They're going to be a little off center to give it a little bit more visual intrigue. At least that's what my thought on it is. So once you build these up 3 high on each side, you're going to want to connect them up top by using an upside down stair in the middle. And then you're going to want to put a stair facing backwards. So from the front side, you see the back of the stair. And then that's how that's going to work. And you're just going to want to throw these red nether brick stairs all along the side of the log. And so now from here, we're just going to use jungle stairs now for the interior of it. And it's going to be jungle stairs all the way up till the peak. And on the peak, what you're going to do is you're just going to want to have a jungle slab to be on the top. Alright, so now here's the basics of the front of the house, but what we're also going to be doing, right now is we're going to be building across in jungle slabs right here, just all the way across. And we're going to do that all the way up, but at the very top block right here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to break that out and place a jungle fence, and then we're going to use a spruce trap door underneath, and then we're going to want to place a lantern on top of there. But you do have to be crouched to place a lantern on top of a trap door, so you got to build that a little bit. And then once you do that, you get the lantern on, and you can get rid of these little blocks you had to build out with. And so now there you go. That's going to be the basics of the roof. And now we're going to go to the 9 high part, and we're going to work on the roof there. So it's going to be the same exact principles as the last one, but instead of going 3 blocks over, because it's 9 wide, you're going to be going 4 blocks over before you get to the center. So that's 1, this is 2, and this will be number 3, and this will be number 4. Meaning that right here is where you're going to be making it the centerpiece, and we're just going to build up the other side and do the rest of the roof. You know how it goes, so we'll do a quick little time lapse of it. Alright, so now the roof is complete, and we're going to be working on the front of the house and the sides of the walls before we get to the full details of the place. So what I want to do first here is just add these front planter sections in real quick. So what we're going to do is we're just going to be adding in 2 grass blocks in front of the house, and then we're going to be throwing on these spruce trap doors on the side over here. We're not going to do it on the interior side just because right here there's going to be a pathway going up, so you won't be able to put the trap doors right there. So from there, what we're going to do is put 2 stairs on either side of these spruce logs, and we're going to do slabs across the way. So then what we're going to want to do is we're going to be wanting to add in some plants here. We're going to add some sweet berry bushes there and some wheat right there. So now let's work on the front window here, and what we're going to be doing is we're just going to place these jungle planks all the way around, just 1 block around the entire thing. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to want to be placing these grass blocks right at the base of the window, and you're just going to be putting these spruce trapdoors all around the grass to cover up the dirt section of it. And we'll throw them on the bottom too, even though you probably won't see this, you know, just to make sure when you're walking by, don't glance and see some dirt at the bottom. Then we're going to just place in the glass panes. And now next part, we're going to be adding in some more decorations around the side. We're going to throw in these 2 jungle fences and then a spruce trap door on the top. And then we're going to be throwing spruce slabs to connect it at the top. And then from there, what we're going to want to do is just add a sweet berry bush in the middle. And then we're going to add a couple flowers on the side. If you want to change up the flowers you're using, you can. But I'm going to go with these. What are they called? Azure Bluette, if that's how you say it. I have no idea. But let's move over to the side, and what we're going to do is the same process that we did over there, except for on the top, we are not going to have a layer of jungle planks. We're just going to have glass go all the way up to the roof from here. And once we place all of these, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in just spruce trapdoors all the way around, and the easiest way to get these blocks to place how you want them to is to just place a couple blocks around the middle section. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put it here, and then you place the stairs or the trapdoors down there, and then you're going to do the same thing over here, but we're going to want to place this out 1 block as well. And the reason why we actually have to place them out here is because we're going to be hanging lanterns up on the top, and if you have a trap door in the same block space, it won't work. So you got to put the grass blocks on the outside and then place the trap doors on the inside, and you're going to put a lantern there and a lantern there. And now we're going to just work over here, and we're going to do the same strat as the front, just 1 block all the way around this entire thing. So we're just building up, going across, and there we go. And now just place the glass panes all across the middle. And we're going back to this style of planter on the front of it, and you know the rest. We do the trapdoors. And we're going to do sweet berry bushes every other block, and then we're going to go back to these white flowers for in between. Now we go to the jungle fence. We build to the top layer of the glass panes. And then from there, once we do that, is we just place the spruce trapdoor, and then we place these spruce slabs on the top. And now there's going to be a little something different going on down here. I just got to grab a couple materials real quick. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some sugarcane down here. So I'm going to be getting rid of these wool blocks here that were just for, I mean, these have no purpose other than they were just for showing off the dimensions of it at the beginning. So feel free to remove those. And then we're just going to build up this sugarcane right here. So quick mishap here. We got to remove those trapdoors on the base of that so we can build the sugarcane all up to 3 high. So that's my bad there. And then that's what it's supposed to look like, and we're going to be adding in a couple more lanterns again. So we're going to be placing lanterns on the edge of every single corner of this build. So I'll just do that now, just so we don't forget to do that. Actually, I think this one would look better if they're just lined up. So we'll place them both there. So alright, now we got all the lanterns down. Now we're going to move over to the back of the place. And this window is going to be a bit different, but we're still going to build up every... We're going to do the same strat at the beginning, where you just build 1 block of jungle planks all the way around. But then we're going to split it up in the middle, just that way we got a little bit of variation in our window sizes. So from here we're going to leave this to be 2 width right there. And then we got a 1 block stair here. So you're just going to build up 2 blocks in the middle here. And then from here, we're going to just fill in the glass panes. And then we're going to do the same style of... Hold on, I need to get grass again. We're going to do the same style of window as the other 2, the one on the side and the one in the front. So we're going to build up the stairs on the outside, but instead we're going to leave the middle open, okay? So we're not going to put any fence posts here, okay? And then we're going to build up, and we are going to place the spruce trapdoors. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place those, and then we're going to put 2 spruce trapdoors in the middle. And let's cover up the dirt again. There will be no sugarcane underneath these ones, so don't worry about placing the trapdoor on the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go every other once again for these. So we're going to do 2 white flowers and 1 sweet berry bush. And then underneath here, we're actually going to make a farm. So I'm going to have to make a fence post to open it. But first, let me just change these wool blocks back to grass. And so now once you do that, you're just going to build all the way across till you get to the middle block here. And this will be a gate, which I don't have a gate on me right now. So we'll get that in a minute, but let's just turn these back to grass blocks as well. And then this part right here is actually going to be underneath the pathway, so you won't see it. So we're just going to close it off right now with these jungle planks. And then down here, we're just going to make this a carrot farm. So let's just do a quick time lapse of me getting that done. So right now that we made the little carrot farm, we're going to move over to the side here, and we're going to be working on the entrances to each building. So there's going to be a door on the right and on the left. So what we're going to want to do is make a couple windows and then openings for the doorways. So first off, what we're going to do is make a 3 wide window. So first we're going to build this all the way up to the top and bring it over. And once you bring it over, this is going to be 5 blocks wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You bring it down. And then you build it across and make it meet in the middle, and this will give you your 3 wide window that we were looking for. Just fill it in with glass panes, and we'll get back to the detailing on the window, but you probably already know what we're going to do with it. And then the doorway is going to be right here, so you just want to build up the rest of this section real quick. And you're going to build this down so it's only 2 blocks open. And then from there, we're going to go back over to here, and we are going to build up fence posts at the same height as the window. Then you're going to go for the spruce trapdoor, and then you're going to throw in the spruce slabs to go across. But at the base, instead of using grass blocks, we're going to just use these spruce trapdoors, and then we're going to place pots on top of them. This would be easier if the path in the middle was already made, but for now, I'm just going to build this up and then crouch so I can put pots on top of it. And we're going to just be putting in flowers here, and I'll do that in a minute. But first, let's just go back over to this side, and we're going to make a 2 wide window, so you're going to build it 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you build it all the way up and across. And then we're going to make this window look exactly like that one, and then let's just make an entrance right now. So we'll bring this down 2 blocks. There's the doorway, and you know what's going to go on here. So right now from here, just to add some extra detailing, we're going to be placing an upside down jungle stair. And then let's just put the oak door here. So you're going to want to go to the inside and place it from this side so it actually lines up with the stair. And then if we can actually fly out of here, will it let me? Will it let me? And so we're going to do the same thing right here. So we're going to do the upside down stair again. I'm just going to place the door first so, you know, it's easier for me to get out while flying and we don't mess up again. So you put the door there, you put the upside down jungle stair, but on this side, instead of just placing a lantern above it like that, we're going to actually break this out, place a jungle fence, and then a spruce trapdoor once again. And then from here, we're just gonna build out a couple blocks so we can place the lantern on top of it. So this is going to be the basics of the outside before we get the pathway up the middle and build the other side up. So just a quick thing, I want to say that the floor in here will be jungle planks. So if you just want to fill that in real quick, you can do that on both sides. And then once we get that complete, I'll just go build up the other side, do a quick time lapse of it because it's going to be the same exact build on the outside. It's not going to get any changes until we get to the interior. So alright, let's just get a quick time lapse of building up the second side. Alright, so now that we got both sides of this house built up, we're going to be working on the front entrance, or the pathway to it per se. And what we're going to want to do is build in slabs. We're going to be using jungle slabs right here, and we're just going to make it 4 wide to match up between the spruce log to the spruce log. And from there, we're just going to build it out another 2 blocks. So each one of these sections is going to be 3 blocks. And then from there, you're going to just raise it 1 slab at a time, and you go 3 blocks out each time. However, every time you're on a full block height, what you're going to want to do is place 2 glowstone, just add some more light on your pathway. And what you're going to do to cover up that glowstone is use some light gray carpet, and you just do the middle row. And you're going to do that every other 3 block section of jungle slab. So you do another 3 blocks out, and we're just going to continue this pattern all the way to the end of the house. So there you go. So that's going to be generally the outside of the house. I'm just going to be adding in some foliage and some little decorations on the outside right now. Alright, so now that we got the outside of the house complete, now that we added the trees and the pond out front, we're going to go to the interior, which I've already built, and I'll just show you a quick little tour of it. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments section what kind of build you'd like to see next, and I'll catch you later. Peace.